good Friday night so far. Gonna be a good weekend. Good morning, guys. So I just got off the phone with the fertility clinic because I was told to call on day 1 of my cycle to schedule a couple different tests and stuff they need to run. Mostly just getting, you know, like kind of just basic baseline information. Here, I'll actually tell you guys what tests I scheduled. So the first thing we needed to schedule is diagnostic blood work and baseline ultrasound to assess ovarian function, and this needs to be done on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th day of my cycle, so I scheduled it for Monday. And then the second one is an HSG, which is let's see if I can say this, hysterosalpingogram, something like that, which basically the doctor described it as like they shoot dye up into like my uterus and fallopian tubes and ovaries. I don't know, they put dye in there and then they take an x-ray, I believe. Radiology, so yeah, I believe they take an x-ray and kind of make sure there's no blockages in that whole system so that everything, you know, it's just another way to check that everything is running smoothly and everything's healthy and good to go. So that needs to be done on any days 5 to 12, and so I think I did day 11 for me, so I have that scheduled as well. Melissa will be coming with me to the first appointment because they like only schedule them super early in the morning, and so she's just gonna go with me before work. The second one I'm on my own, but like it doesn't really matter. It is technically like a procedure, the HSG one. That's how it's like billed in the insurance. It's like an outpatient procedure, so, but it's not like, the doctor said it isn't a big deal. She said take some like, you know, Advil before you come or something like that because you might get cramping, but like, I don't know, it's not supposed to be like a super big deal, so I don't think it'll matter that I'm going by myself. But yeah, so that's kind of what I just scheduled, which is very, very exciting. What do you think, Munchkin? Huh? Very, very exciting. Yeah, things are moving along. Other than that, I am about to clean my bathrooms because they need to be scrubbed down, and I don't particularly feel like doing that. You guys know I don't love cleaning my bathrooms. I mean, who likes cleaning their bathrooms? But yeah, I'm slowly working up the motivation to get up and go do that so I can, again, head outside and play in my garden. Okay, my bathrooms are all scrubbed down. Now I get to start on a project that I have been wanting to tackle for quite some time now. For a while, we've had a pretty decently sized collection of Oxopop containers because I love the idea of having everything kind of decanted into, you know, nice looking matching containers in our pantry. However, the problem with that is they don't come with a way to easily label them right off the bat. And so some things like, you know, sugar and flour and salt and stuff like that really look alike, and, you know, at a glance at least. And so I haven't been able to use my Oxopops to, you know, as much as I would like. So, basically, I got myself some nice little labels to label all of them, and I'm going to pull everything out of our, right now, horrifying looking pantry that I kind of want to put into our Oxopops, pop a label on them, and fill them up. So I'm not quite done with my project, but I am going to stop here for now. I got a good part of the way through. I got all the labels on all the jars, and I'm trying to just kind of figure out what food goes in what container, and, you know, getting it all to fit in the containers I have. I think I may have to buy some more because I just don't think, obviously, I don't know. I don't have quite enough, and they're not like quite the right sizes, so like I have to use bigger canisters because like nothing will fit the small ones. The small ones are really hard to like fill, but anyways, here is kind of the progress that I have made so far. So I have a couple of things. I have all of our rices labeled and put away. These are the labels, by the way, that, yeah, I think this is what they're called, designer chalkboard labels by Live with Flair, and I got them on Amazon, but there's other places you can find them on the internet, and I really like them. They like applied really nice and smooth. The chalk pen that it came with writes really well. The only thing I will say that I've noticed so far is on the smaller canisters, like the small label didn't really quite fit on the flat spot, so I had to kind of apply it up the ridge where the canister goes out, and it also wrapped around the side, and so the label kind of keeps popping off. You see that, like that weird little like kind of curve that it has to go around, and so on the little small canisters the sides kind of keep popping up. It doesn't bother me too much, but it's just something to keep in mind if you're considering doing this project yourself. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna kind of wrap things up. I think I actually have to clear all this off the table because we have our friend Becca coming over tonight, and actually no, I probably don't need to clean it up because I think we're eating outside because it's a really nice night and we have brand new patio furniture that we want to use with our friends. So I actually think I'm good to leave this all set out here on the table until I can finish up tomorrow. But yeah, Becca should be here any minute, so I'm gonna kind of get ready and yeah, get ready for her to get here. Alright, so Becca and Fizzgig are here and we are sitting down to dinner.
Fizzgig.
Hi Fizzgig. You guys know Fizzgig, I think. Have you met Becca? Have you been on the vlog before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi. And you're home from work, obviously. I don't know, I might have just been covering the microphone that whole time. Can't
find out.
Phones are hard. Anyways.
Fizzgig's cute. My name's Becca.
You're caught up. And this is what we're having for dinner. So we're having salad with, well, with all sorts of other stuff. I just haven't added it on yet. Looks super, super tasty. And Dakota's over there eating her dinner. I'm not sure. There she is, dropping her food in the grass and then eating it like a weirdo.
Extra good.
And yeah, that's how our evening's going. All right, so Becca just left. I'm eating a Crunch Bar. We basically just hung out in the backyard the whole time, enjoyed the gorgeous weather that we're having today. You guys saw we have for dinner, so Melissa grilled us up some chicken. It was really good salads. Like I feel like whenever we eat dinner with Becca, we always have really fun, like, we just make salad variations, right? Yeah. Like a lot of the times we'll do kind of like a more bootable style salad, but other times we'll just do actual like, salads, but just with really like, I don't know, a bunch of different fun stuff on it. So yeah, really, really good dinner. Hung outside, enjoyed the weather, enjoyed the doggos. Yeah. And yeah, so she just headed home, but it looks like all of our neighbors are kind of setting up outside to hang out around the fire pit and have some like ice cream sundaes and stuff like that. So we are probably gonna head over there in a few. And yeah, it's a good Friday night so far. Gonna be a good weekend. All right, guys, it's the next morning. We just went over and hung out with our neighbors last night.
Ice cream and s'mores, and it was
really fun. Yeah, they were having kind of like, not a party, but like a...
It was the last day of school for kids in our county yesterday, so...
Yeah, so they were celebrating
the first day of summer. They got ice cream and...
Had, a couple other families that like don't live here, like their friends, like over with their kids, and so it was just lots of screaming kids, lots of fun.
There's like 9 kids all running around.
Oh, you want to tell them about you?
Yeah, so like there's a boy, like across the street there's a boy and a girl, and next door there's a boy and a girl. Across the street, I think they're like a little bit younger.
Yeah, they're younger.
3 and...
I don't know how old she is.
Probably like...
I think she just finished 1st grade.
Yeah, but
like 5.
Anyway. I think he got like a little like overwhelmed from all the yelling, so like at one point he just kind of stopped and stood there and put his hands over his ears. And then he like... I mean, like, they've gotten to know us. Like, they, call us by name and everything. And he kind of... I was like, you okay? Kind of came over to me and just like put his arms up and just wanted to be picked up. So I picked him up and he like put his arms around my neck and like gave me a hug, and then he was like, all right, I'm good now.
Yeah, and
he like got down and went back off.
And, yeah, I think he just needed a second to kind of like recenter, be like comforted, and then back into the chaos.
I like that the neighbor kids are like they know us well enough.
That was really cute.
It was pretty cute.
Yeah. Yeah. So early on in the night,
I like kids. A lot.
Yeah. You're always so good with them. Like, she's always the one at the party, like, that's, like, running around with the kids, like, playing with them.
I don't hang out with the adults. I play with the kids.
Yeah.
But, the other day I made the mistake of, I have 2 little cousins, the 2 little girls that were in our wedding. And they are exactly like I was when I was a little kid. They have a ton of energy and love to just run around and play, and I'm definitely one of their favorite cousins.
The young one, when the wedding was over, was still like running around. I was like, how are you still, like, she'd been going all day.
She was like still
like,
running around.
Dancing and running around. I'm like, how do you still have energy? I'm about to fall over.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
They're both amazing. But, I'll like hold their hands and I'll spin around in a circle so their feet come off the ground and they spin. Probably not the best for their shoulders, but the parents never care, so I do it anyway. But I did it with the girl next door, and every single time I do it, I'm like,
you can't just do it once.
You can't do it once or twice. They want you to keep doing it and doing it, doing it. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm like gonna fall over. I'm so dizzy. I'm like, once you get older,
you're like, again.
I'm like, no more. We're done.
It's really funny though. Yeah,
but every time I do it, I'm like, why did I do this?
Yeah. Yeah.
The kids kind of just gravitate to me. I guess I'm fun.
Yeah, you are fun.
I like the kids.
Yeah. Yep. But anyways, yeah, so like the early on in the night, and there was also a bonfire. Our next door neighbors have like a fire pit that they bring out for like, the summer. And so everyone was kind of around the fire pit, and we were having sundaes. We had all sorts of toppings. And then later on in the night, we started making s'mores.
I got that line too. I started helping making the sundaes for the kids. And all of a sudden I got screamed at, I want this flavor, I want sprinkles, I want whipped cream. And I'm like, okay, first off, you gotta slow down. You gotta tell me, first, there was regular bowls and there was
waffle bowls.
Waffle cone, like cone bowls. So I was like, first off, you gotta tell me which kind of bowl you want. Then you gotta tell me what flavor ice cream. They were like telling me like sprinkles before the flavor ice cream. And I'm like, guys,
there's a process to this.
Like
yeah, everyone had a whole lot of fun.
And then I made myself a giant sundae because I was like, I deserve this after serving 9 kids ice cream.
Yep. Oh, I got to see our across the street neighbors have been doing their kitchen, and it's like almost done. I think they have like one more day of like work. Like they have to paint and
the backsplash needs to be finished, and they have to paint.
Yeah, so they're like, it's essentially finished, and it looks so good. So they had everyone to like in to see the kitchen last night. It looks awesome. It looks awesome.
It looks very awesome.
I'm really jealous. I really want to build in around our fridge.
Our kitchen is not in a condition. Their kitchen, they needed to redo it. Ours,
yes, theirs wasn't livable. They were like saying we never really saw their kitchen before it got like torn apart.
It was very tiny.
Yeah, they were like they essentially had like 3 cabinets. Like they like, and it was just like the layout was weird. Like it wasn't optimal for the space that they had. Like they had a lot of wasted space.
Yeah.
So like the layout is much nicer now. They have a nice big like peninsula island. So yeah, that was really cool.
We're gonna do that eventually. We want to knock the wall down between our dining room and our kitchen.
Yeah, and put like a nice big island there. That'd be awesome.
We can do that. That'd be really nice.
It would be really nice. I'm only worried about like what we would lose in the kitchen, because we wouldn't be able to we would lose a lot of cabinets that are all above there, and we would also need to figure out, I guess we could still keep the stove and the oven there, because you just like put it in the island.
Yep.
And then obviously the microwave we can just put somewhere else. But yeah, long-term goals.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But yeah, last night was super fun. It's always so much fun hanging out with those guys, and it's always so nice to just be able to walk right next door and go right to bed when you're done.
Oh, it's so nice.
It's so nice. Like we don't have to drive anywhere. We can just walk back home, and And Dakota did all right. We're still. I can't remember if I've shared this on the vlog. I know I was talking about it on the live stream with the Patreon people, but we're slowly working on uncrate training her, because we had to crate train her in our apartments, like because we had neighbors and she like barked when she, and so she couldn't be like kind of out in the main area, so we would have her crated in our bedroom, and also like maintenance people like come in. What are you looking at?
I'm nothing. I'm just waking up.
Okay.
Listening to you talk.
I know, I'm kind of just going on. I didn't mean to talk for this long.
Yeah. 6 minutes now.
So yeah, basically we had to crate her because we lived in apartments, but now that we have a house, we obviously Dakota doesn't like being crated.
She hits her head on the top of the crate.
She's such a weirdo. Like she does that like scraping thing that like I think I've showed you guys, like where she like scrapes her blankets with her paws.
She's frustrated.
And yeah, it gets her like anxious energy out. But she does that, and she like bangs her head against the crate. And so, but yeah, so we've never liked crating her because she's not one of the dogs that like feels comfortable in her crate. So we knew once we moved into a house that we want to start, moving her out of being crated so we can trust her just being out. So now we're slowly, like, whenever we're hanging out with the neighbors and, like, close by, especially now that we have that security camera that we can check in on her, we leave her just in the bedroom because we're, obviously right next door, and if we decide we need to kind of come back and get her, we're right there. We can see what's going on with the camera. So, Yeah, and she pretty much just runs from the bedroom door to the bed to her crate, and she'll just kind of like go in the crate and turn around and leave, and then go back to the bedroom door. And
I want to paint our ceiling white.
I do too. Yeah, that's what our ceiling looks like. If anyone was wondering after that comment, I think I showed it.
Ugly beige.
Can you see it? Yeah, yeah. That's not a very pretty color. Are all our ceilings that color?
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for the bedroom.
Yeah. So that's only like, I feel like the kitchen might be white.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Feel free to paint the ceilings to your heart's content.
Ugh, so many projects.
I know, right? Maybe we should finish the painting ones we started before we start thinking about new. We've been living with painter's tape in our house for like almost a year.
I told you what you can do.
What can I do?
You can start wiping it down with a deglosser.
I don't think you ever said that, but I would happily do that.
Go for it.
Okay. What about the kitchen cabinet that doesn't need to be deglossed?
It does need.
It does need to be deglossed. Okay. Well.
The problem with it. Okay, I'm not talking about this right now.
Alright guys, well we're going to end things here. I hope you enjoyed the vlog and give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. We have some very big news that we're sharing in tomorrow's vlog, so be sure to tune in.
Yeah, you know that
It's the secret project.
The Merrit's really bad about talking about.
Yeah. We're revealing the secret project that we've been keeping under wraps, so.
It's not a project,
I know, it's not a project. I don't know why I keep saying it. Secret mission.
Oh my god, end the vlog.
Guys, good night.